Hello, I am so excited today. We have a new licensee. We're in the midst of an immersion training. And yesterday we spent the entire day together and we actually had a chance to teach over 45 girls with Girls Inc. Hello, I'm Lisa Ritchie, founder of Manners to Go, and I'm happy to introduce Tanya Kassinger. She's here today and we are on our second day, as I said, of an intense immersion training. We are fortunate enough to be staying in a bed and breakfast. It's absolutely beautiful here. The focus here is on beautiful artwork, and of course the food has been absolutely delicious. I'm going to ask Tanya a few questions. I want you to be able to get to know her and learn a little bit about more why she is interested in teaching manners to children and also becoming an entrepreneur. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for flying in. We've had a delightful 2 days, and actually we're getting ready to head to afternoon tea shortly. But give us a little background. I think you have a corporate background. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I actually have my background is in property management, asset management, large apartment communities, and of course we are in every day in someone's home. Mm-hmm. And so it's very important to bring a level of customer service and confidence to our residents and also to our owners.
Great. And listen, here's the question of the day. Why manners for children?
I have found through time with my friends' children growing older that there seems to be a lack of the basic manners, mm-hmm. etiquette, for a lack of a better word. And as in speaking with my friends, they were saying how much they wish there was something offered in our area. Mm-hmm. And I found that often they would call me or ask me questions regarding manners and etiquette, not only for the children, but for themselves. So it's something that's been a passion of mine. My mother was very strict. Mm-hmm. Growing up, and although she thought I wasn't listening, there is a time in your life where all of a sudden it rushes back to you, everything that you're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And I'm very grateful that my mother gave me those skills because there's nothing better than the confidence you mm-hmm. have in going into any room or any situation.
Yes, and that's what this is all about. It really is providing a level of confidence for children. Yesterday we worked with Girls Inc. and we were able to provide table manners tutorial for these girls. And they were delightful, highly engaged. They loved to learn. What was your biggest takeaway from yesterday?
The energy of the girls and the atmosphere was wonderful. Mm-hmm. And I think that we as elders, if you will, we can't forget that everybody needs to have the basic manners. Mm-hmm. We have to have that. And I think my biggest takeaway yesterday was just how much the children need to learn how to hold a fork and a spoon and a knife and where to put their napkins, just the basics. Mm-hmm. And they need this.
Yes, and they really lit up, and they showed interest. They found it fun. But also, I really liked the energy when we walked into the Girls Inc. facility. Immediately, we were greeted by a lovely receptionist. Remember her?
Absolutely.
She was absolutely lovely, and we walked in, and the first thing that I noticed was how much color they had included, and of course all the artwork that they had from the girls, all the special messages. And absolutely. I think we commented on that about how I feel confident and how I am bold and smart. That's actually their motto and their tagline. But a lot of energy, and the staff there and the volunteers were so helpful and eager to be there, and I can see why the girls, you could tell there was a lot of bonding that has
absolutely.
Gone on with the girls. And we worked with ages as young as kindergarten all the way up through 8th grade.
Absolutely.
A nice span of ages. You have a daughter.
I do have a daughter.
And she's of a certain age now. What, as a mother, how did you work with her, and how did you incorporate this as a mother with your daughter?
I was fortunate with a corporate background that I was able to bring a lot of that home to my mm-hmm. daughter and the importance of it. First and foremost, I taught her confidence.
Mm-hmm.
If you're confident in yourself, that's it. And the self-respect. Those two things go hand in hand, especially as the children get older. As she got older, as she went to college, and you know, dating comes into play. And it was just most recently, about a month ago, she was away at a conference, and she came home and she said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much," because I was so surprised at how many people not only did not know how to dress professionally, but also did not know how to proceed in certain atmospheres, situations.
For young people, it's when they start entering their careers is really when they come back and they thank their parents for those opportunities and those memories. And I know that for me, the family meal was very important, and I didn't really realize that until I was an adult. It's not so much the shoes or this or that. It was actually all the times we sat down as a family that really made that I really have the fondest memories of my childhood.
That was when my daughter came home freshman year for the Christmas holidays. She said the thing I miss the most is dinner time. Dinner time. Of course, at the time when she was at home, you know, having her clear the table and everything, that's always a challenge. But just as in myself and with her, the kids do absorb that, and they like that bonding, talking about the day.
Yes, absolutely. The next question I actually have too is about your daughter. Is there one book that stands out? I know you're a collector of books. Is there one book that really stands out that you read to your daughter that is a nice memory, or one that is in the top of mind?
Well, the one that is special to me was introduced at a Mother's Day, a tea for, it was a preschool. It was, you know, she was about 4 years old, and it was I Love You Forever. And to this day, you know, she'll cry if I bring it up or whatever. She gets emotional. But I think that the message of the book is that no matter what, no matter how old we get, or when our roles are reversed, that love, that confidence, that self-respect is so important. And I do believe that that's just something great for us.
Yes. Well, speaking of afternoon tea, we're getting ready to head to afternoon tea this afternoon. If you could make a list of 4 people that would be on your guest list for an afternoon tea, living or not, who would be on your list?
Oh, I would want a very diverse list. I would love to have Nora Ephron.
We talked about her yesterday.
We did talk about her. I love Gayle King. I think she would be.
Yes, you mentioned that. We
great,
actually saw a photo of her yesterday at Girls Inc.
as an inspiration for someone. I think that Jackie Kennedy would be a great person to have, and Eleanor Roosevelt would be one of mine.
Oh wow, that's an interesting.
Famous
party.
people, not of course my mother and grandmother. Those people I have to say just in case they see the video. But
of course,
but I think a very diverse group of women that can bring a lot of insight to different eras and different backgrounds and situations.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to include more information about Tanya with this post. Also, don't forget to look throughout the post. I'm going to post some images and some photos that we took yesterday at Girls Inc. Like I said, there's some beautiful messages for the girls with charts, just handwritten charts, and then a lot of the artwork from the girls and photos of famous people and so forth. So I really want to share with you the experience that we had yesterday with Girls Inc. Again, I'm Lisa Ritchie, founder of Manners to Go. Tanya Kassinger, I'm going to include more information as she gets up and going here with links to her website. We'll give that an update, the name of her business, how you can contact her, and she's going to get a fast start. We're already talking about the next 28 days. I want her to book a class within the next 28 days. Those that get a fast start are the ones that are most successful, and that's what we're here for. We guide you on how to get a fast start. So take care, enjoy this video, and stay tuned for more information about Tanya.